Alright, the last thing I'm going to go over for the portfolios is the portfolio options. So let's go ahead and just go into our theme options, appearance theme options. And there's a portfolio tab that'll go over everything. So I'm going to go ahead and open that actually in another tab. So the first thing is portfolio posts per page, and that's pretty easy. By default it's 6, and that's just an arbitrary number that we chose, that we thought would be the reach the widest audience. Basically it means after 6 posts it'll add pagination. So we actually don't have very many posts, so let's go ahead and put 4 in for now and click save, and I'll show you how it looks. Basically what it means is after 4 posts it adds a load more, and then if I click load more it'll load another 4. Obviously it only loaded 2 because that's the end, and then it says no more and disappears. So then there's a couple other options like turn on infinite scroll. So if I actually, let's show you that, I'll decheck that and click save. Basically what that means is the load more disappears, and if I scroll down it'll automatically load more posts until there's no more to load. So I'll show you that again. The load more button is not existing, and you can just scroll. It's kind of like Pinterest where you would just endlessly scroll until you hit the bottom. So it's just kind of a nice feature. It just depends on your personal preference. Some people like to have that manual load more button, others don't. And then finally, if you don't want any pagination, what you can do is say no, or if you want normal pagination, you can just turn that on here. What that means is it just turns it into a good old regular 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. So if you wanted to have pagination like that, you can turn it on like so. So it just kind of depends on what your preference is. And then obviously if you wanted to have, you don't even need to have pagination, you just have unlimited, you can just type in a really big number if you don't want to have any pages. Then you have sidebar and post pages, cropping, and then you can have comments on portfolio posts as well. And those are all of those options. And then finally, the last thing I wanted to go over was in the live preview, you'll notice that we actually demo some sort of sorting up here. And this is really easy to do up here. It's actually faux sorting. All it is, I'll show you, is child pagination. So let's go ahead and we'll do it with these two. All you need to do is take your page, let's go ahead and make landscapes, and you set the other portfolio as the parent. And now if we go to portfolio example, you see it, they basically have a parent-child relationship. So it's super easy. That's how you would create filtering, basically, if you wanted to call it filtering. But all we call it is basically a secondary navigation that we created. So you can actually put non-portfolio pages. So if we wanted full width, it's just trying to show you an example. We can just say portfolio example is the parent, and they all show up together. So it's super easy if you wanted to have that navigation up there. It's basically just called child navigation. So if you go to, you can see this, that these are underneath portfolio, and you only need to have this one level deep, and then if you wanted to remove it from there, you would just say no parent, and full width is no longer there. So it's super easy to set that. It's just a parent page. You would just choose which one you want the parent, and the parent page is the first one on the list. And if you had like 4 on the list, you can sort the order, but the first one will always be the parent. So that is how we have set up the filtering or this sub navigation that you see right here.